Hey and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be testing out another liquid liner. This one's from Tarte and it's got a kitten on top of it. This is the Tarte Sex Kitten Liquid Liner. It retails for 24 Canadian dollars at Sephora and you get 1.4 milliliters of product. It claims to be a waterproof, smudge-proof, precise liquid eyeliner for a bold cat eye look that lasts all day. It says it's supposed to be foolproof to use. It has a super skinny felt tip design, and I love felt tips, which will deposit an even, steady stream of pigment that is supposed to last for up to 12 hours. And we are doing a 12-hour wear test today. The product is vegan. It's supposed to be pretty self-explanatory to use. You just draw it on, add another layer if you need to along the lash line. Let's give it a go and see if it can't last for a full 12 hours. It is a very, very long tip. Let me just throw on some mascara. Alright, so it goes on very easy. It's very comfortable to hold. The tip is nice and flexible. It's a nice balance of flexible but not being like as flexible as a brush tip, which is like my preferred way to apply. Because it is so like long and skinny, I find it was really easy to maybe not start my wing right at the start of my eye, but kind of like start it midway on the eye. And sometimes if your brush is too thick, I feel like you just kind of start at the inner corner because there's no hope on getting it thin enough to like expand from nothing. So I really liked that. When I was applying it, I was wondering if maybe it was going on a little bit grayer than black. But now looking at it on camera, I guess now that it's dried down, it does look super black. And I compared it to the Fenty Fly Liner and just my HG L'Oreal Liner Intense. And I think they're all pretty much equally black. And the Tarte one is definitely the most matte looking. Like the other ones are kind of glossy. The Tarte has a lot less of that like shine. Now I guess we just have to wear this for the next 12 hours to see how it performs. This eye's been a little watery, so we'll test out if it's actually waterproof or not. It's pretty expensive. I don't normally go for such high-end liners, but I did get this one in a FabFitFun box, so I thought I would test it out. So let's start the day. Here goes 12 hours with the Tarte Sex Kitten eyeliner. Liquid eyeliner. Alright, here we are a full 12 hours later, and I have to say, it's looking great still. It still looks really nice and dark. It has not budged at all. It hasn't ran at all. My lids feel, like overall, I just kind of feel greasy. I don't know, just kind of a greasy day. I think you can really see it on my skin. And my eyelids tend to be pretty greasy as well. But unlike some other higher end eyeliners that I've tried out, you can see especially like where my eyelids, I don't know, it's a little weird. It's a little creasy, a little hoodie, and nothing has budged or moved around at all. Pretty impressed with this eyeliner. It also looks really nice in dark and black. I don't know why when I put it on this morning I thought it looked a little bit gray. Overall, I think you get a nice amount of product in here, 1.4 mils. My HG is about $12 and it's 1.5 mils. And in something like the Fenty Fly Liner, you only get 0.55 milliliters. So, I mean, it's still expensive, but you still get a ton of product in here. And I definitely think it's one of the more hardcore in terms of wear power eyeliners out there. You can see even if I like gently kind of brush my eye and touch it, really not too much damage happened at all. So I feel like this is one, especially if you have oily lids, maybe give this one a look. I think it does perform slightly better than my HG, the L'Oreal Liner Intense, which does tend to kind of like wear down around my like creasy eyelids. But that being said, it's about half the cost. So one other thing that I kind of wish this eyeliner had, a lot of my favorite eyeliners, they have just like a clicker in them so that like even if it doesn't do anything, it feels like you're getting the product ready to like be brushed out. This one doesn't have that, so it's just a normal pen. And I don't know, something about that just makes me feel like it's gonna dry up a little faster. I don't know, I haven't had one long enough to actually dry out. Again, I love the packaging, super cute, and I like the name too. Normally when there's like overly sexualized names, you just kind of like roll your eyes or you're like, okay, so edgy. But like sex kitten makes a lot of sense. I feel like my wings are like kitten wings, they're not full cat eye wings. And when you think of winged eyeliner, you think of like James Bond girls from the 60s, Amy Winehouse, kind of like sex kittens, you know? So I really like the name, and I love how they went the exact opposite of sexy with the packaging, with the little cats. So yeah, I like it. I would recommend it, and I do think my greasy lids are a really good test for eyeliners. So overall, really no complaints about this, aside from the fact that it's a little bit more pricey, but it's not like overly pricey, especially compared to other brands that you do find at Sephora. So I'm gonna give this one a 4.5 out of 5. I like it. I definitely would consider repurchasing it again, and maybe even looking at, I know they have a Sex Kitten pencil eyeliner as well. I don't really need any eye pencils right now. I kind of have a backlog going. But I've had such a good impression with this one that I definitely feel like that would be something that I could look at in the future. Anyway guys, huge shout out to you for watching my video. If you enjoy these videos, do consider becoming a patron. Huge thanks to my patrons who help me bring this content to you guys. You can also support me by giving me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, follow me on all my socials, and of course, don't forget to check back in, what is it today, Wednesday? Don't forget to check back in Friday's beauty video. Alright guys, I'm out. Bye.